Stop telling people what's going on in your life. You know, there's something that we often forget in this age of constant sharing, constant talking, and constant explaining. We forget the power of silence. We forget the power of privacy. I'm not saying you should shut yourself off from the world. I'm not saying you shouldn't share your joy, your accomplishments, your dreams with those who love you. But sometimes it's best to keep certain things to yourself. Not because you're hiding, but because you're protecting. Protecting your energy, your peace, and your vision. See, when we tell everyone what's going on in our lives, we open ourselves up to more than just support and congratulations. We open ourselves to doubt, to criticism, to opinions that don't align with the path we're on. And suddenly we find ourselves second-guessing our choices, wondering if we're on the right track, when deep down we already know the answer. You already know what you're doing. You already know what's right for you. Every dream, every idea, every goal needs time to grow. It needs time to develop without the weight of other people's expectations, fears, or negativity. You've got to let it breathe. You've got to let it flourish in the quiet. Because sometimes the loudest support doesn't come from outside, but from within. I want you to think about this. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to. That's not their job. Your journey is personal. It's between you and the path you're walking. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to keep moving in silence, allowing your actions, not your words, to speak for you. So the next time you feel the urge to share everything about your next big move, your relationship, your plans, pause. Ask yourself, is this for them or is this for me? Protect your dreams. Nurture them. Let them grow in the space of your own belief before you invite the world in. Because when the time is right, when you're ready and your dream is ready, you won't have to tell people what's going on in your life. They'll see it. They'll feel it. And they'll know. Keep your focus, stay grounded, and remember, not everything that's important needs to be announced. Let your life speak for itself. There's an incredible strength that lies in silence, a strength we often overlook in a world that thrives on noise. We live in an era where we're encouraged to constantly share, whether it's our achievements, our struggles, or our plans for the future. Social media, conversations, and interactions all push us to explain and disclose what's happening in our lives. But not everything needs to be shared. In fact, there's power in holding certain things close, in allowing some aspects of our lives to remain ours alone. When you practice silence, you're not withholding because of fear or secrecy. You're doing it because some things are too precious to be put out in the open before their time. Just as a plant needs to take root in the dark soil before it can break through into the light. Your dreams and plans need space to grow without being exposed to the elements too soon. Silence gives you that space. It allows your thoughts to develop fully, your plans to take shape without external distractions or opinions clouding your vision. There's a sense of control in silence. When you choose what to share and what to keep private, you're not letting the world dictate your narrative. You retain control over your journey, your emotions, and your decisions. You're the author of your story, not the audience looking in from the outside. And that control gives you clarity, direction, and confidence in your path. It's important to recognize that silence doesn't mean isolation. It doesn't mean shutting yourself off from those who care about you or refusing to seek support when it's needed. Silence is about discernment. It's about knowing when to speak and when to hold back, when to reveal and when to nurture something privately. Because not everything we're working on, not everything we're going through needs to be broadcasted for the world to see. In silence, you create a sanctuary for your thoughts, your ambitions, and your emotions to grow undisturbed. You become more attuned to your inner voice, that quiet whisper that knows the answers, that knows what's best for you. When you listen to that voice without interference from outside noise, you gain a deeper understanding of what you truly want and need. And in that space, your strength and confidence build, without the need for validation from others. There is great wisdom in recognizing that not every thought, every plan, and every dream must be shared at every moment. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to be silent, to protect what's growing within you, and to allow your life to unfold without constantly narrating it for the world. When we open up and share the most intimate details of our lives, we do it with the hope of being understood, of receiving support, of connecting with others. But with that openness comes vulnerability. And sometimes the energy that flows back toward us isn't the energy we need. When you share too much, too soon, with too many people, you invite not just positivity, but also negativity, doubts, and the unsolicited opinions of others into your life. The truth is, not everyone around you is rooting for your success. Even the people who care about you, who love you, might unintentionally project their fears, insecurities, or doubts onto your journey. They may not understand the vision you have, and because of that, they might question it, they might poke holes in it. And before you know it, the clarity you once had becomes cloudy. Their words, their doubts, even their silence can make you question your own direction. You begin to second guess yourself, not because you don't believe in your path, but because you've allowed someone else's energy to disrupt your focus. Every time you share something, whether it's your plans, your struggles, or your victories, you're giving away a piece of your energy. And that energy is precious. It's what fuels your dreams, your goals, your inner peace. When you share with the wrong people or at the wrong time, you risk giving your energy to those who don't know how to nurture it. Instead of lifting you up, their reactions may weigh you down. You see, when you're in the process of building something, whether it's a career, a relationship, or a personal goal, there's a fragility to it. It's still forming, still growing, and it needs protection. Just like a seed needs to be shielded from harsh weather before it can bloom, your dreams need that same protection from external forces that could stifle their growth. And it's not just about negative people, it's about energy in all its forms. Even well-meaning people, with all their love and care, might give you advice that pulls you away from your true purpose. They may want to keep you safe, to keep you from taking risks, to guide you toward a path they think is better for you. But their vision is not your vision, their path is not your path. And when you absorb too much of their energy, their doubts, their opinions, you begin to lose sight of your own. Protecting your energy means knowing when to share and when to hold back. It means being selective about who you allow into your inner world, who gets to hear about your plans, and who gets to see the vulnerable side of your journey. It's about creating boundaries not to keep people out, but to keep your focus in. To keep your spirit grounded in your own truth. When you protect your energy, you give yourself the space to stay connected to your vision. You keep your focus sharp, your heart open, but your mind clear of distractions. And in that protected space, your dreams, your plans, and your inner peace can grow without interference, without being swayed by the noise of others. You stay aligned with your purpose, moving forward with confidence, knowing that your energy is being directed toward what truly matters, your own growth, your own journey, your own success. There's something deeply powerful about privacy, something that we often overlook in a world that encourages constant exposure and sharing. In a time where personal lives are often displayed for everyone to see, privacy can feel almost radical. But the truth is, privacy is a form of power. It's a way of taking control over your own narrative, of deciding what parts of your life are sacred and need to be protected from the outside world. When you keep certain aspects of your life private, you're not hiding, you're safeguarding. You're drawing a boundary that says, this is mine. It's a way of ensuring that your peace, your vision, and your goals are not subjected to unnecessary scrutiny or interference. In the quiet, away from the opinions and expectations of others, you can nurture your plans, your dreams, and your personal growth without distractions. Privacy allows you to build in peace. When everyone knows what you're doing, there's pressure. Pressure to explain, to justify, to meet expectations. And that pressure can become overwhelming. It can pull you away from your focus, making you feel like you have to perform for others rather than simply walking your own path. But when you keep certain things to yourself, you're free from that weight. You're able to move in silence, make adjustments, and follow your intuition without feeling like you owe anyone an explanation. Privacy also protects you from the influence of other people's energy. When too many people know the intimate details of your life, you open yourself up to their opinions, their doubts, and their judgments. Even when those around you have good intentions, their perspectives can sometimes cloud your own. Their advice may come from a place of love, but it's not always aligned with your vision or your purpose. By keeping certain things private, you shield yourself from these outside influences and maintain clarity on your own path. In that private space, you find peace. You're not constantly seeking validation or approval because you're not putting yourself in a position to be judged. You're creating your life for yourself, not for an audience. And in that quiet, you can truly hear your own voice, the voice that knows what's best for you, that understands your deepest desires, and that can guide you with unwavering clarity. There's also a certain strength that comes from not giving away too much. When people don't know your every move, they can't predict or interfere with your plans. They can't insert their own agenda into your vision. You remain in control. Your progress, your success, and even your struggles belong to you and you alone until you decide otherwise. This sense of ownership over your life creates a deep confidence in your ability to navigate the world on your terms. Privacy doesn't mean isolation. It doesn't mean shutting out the people who care about you or never sharing your joys and victories. It means being selective. It means understanding that not everything needs to be public knowledge, that some things are more powerful when they are allowed to develop away from prying eyes. In privacy, you can protect the parts of your life that are most precious, allowing them to grow stronger before they are revealed to the world. In that protected space, you can focus on what truly matters. You're not distracted by the need to explain yourself or by the expectations of others. You're free to follow your heart, to trust your instincts, and to build a life that is truly your own. And in that freedom, you find the power to achieve your vision with peace, confidence, and clarity. Dreams are like seeds. When you plant a seed in the ground, it doesn't sprout into a full-grown plant overnight. It takes time, nurturing, and patience for it to break through the soil and bloom. The same is true for your dreams and goals. They need time to develop, to grow into their full potential. When we rush the process or expose them too soon, we risk stunting their growth. We need to allow our dreams to flourish without the weight of external pressure or judgment. When you first conceive a dream, it's fragile. It's an idea that is still forming, still taking shape in your mind and your heart. It needs protection during those early stages because it's vulnerable. Just as a young plant can't withstand harsh winds or too much sunlight, your dreams aren't ready to face the full force of the outside world. They need time to be nurtured in the quiet, away from the noise and scrutiny of others. When you share your dreams too early, you invite opinions, some helpful, some not. You open yourself up to the possibility that others may not see what you see. They may not understand the full scope of your vision, or they might offer feedback that comes from a place of their own fears or limitations. And that can plant seeds of doubt in your own mind. You start to wonder if you're on the right path, if your dream is too big, too risky, or too unrealistic. This is why it's important to give your dreams time to grow in private. In those early stages, the most important thing you can do is to focus on your own belief. Your dream needs to be fed by your passion, your commitment, and your determination, not by the expectations or judgments of others. When you protect your dream, you give it the chance to grow into something real, something strong before it faces the outside world. There is also a natural unfolding that happens when you allow dreams to develop in their own time. Just like a plant grows at its own pace, your dreams will evolve as you work toward them. There will be moments of clarity where you realize the next step, and there will be periods of doubt where things seem unclear. But in that space where the world isn't watching, you have the freedom to experiment, to fail, and to try again. You're not being judged, so you can focus entirely on the process of growth, on learning and refining your vision. It's in this protected space that you begin to build the foundation of your dream. You start taking small steps, learning new skills, and gaining the confidence you need to bring your vision to life. And because you're not rushing to prove anything to anyone, you're able to fully immerse yourself in the process. You get to enjoy the journey of watching your dream take shape without the constant pressure to deliver results. Another reason dreams need time to grow is that they often shift and evolve as we do. The dream you start with may not be the dream you end up with. And that's okay. When you allow yourself the space to explore your dream in private, you give yourself the flexibility to let it change and expand. You're not locked into one version of it because you haven't promised the world anything yet. You're free to let your dream grow with you, adapting to new insights, new passions, and new opportunities. In this way, dreams become not just about achieving a specific goal, but about the personal transformation that happens along the way. As your dream grows, so do you. You learn more about yourself, what drives you, what scares you, what excites you, and that self-awareness strengthens both you and your dream. It's not just the outcome that matters, but the process of becoming the person who can achieve that dream. So as you nurture your dreams, give them the time and space they need to grow. Shield them from the harsh winds of criticism and doubt, and allow them to develop naturally at their own pace. In doing so, you'll find that when the time comes to share them with the world, they will be fully formed, strong enough to stand on their own, and capable of blooming into something even greater than you imagined. Trusting yourself is one of the most important, yet often overlooked, aspects of personal growth. We live in a world full of opinions, advice, and external pressures that constantly try to influence our decisions. From a young age, we're taught to look outside of ourselves for answers, whether it's from family, friends, mentors, or society at large. But deep down, you already know what's right for you. That inner voice, your intuition, has been guiding you all along. It's simply a matter of learning how to trust it. There's a certain wisdom that resides within each of us. It's the part of you that knows your deepest desires, your fears, and your true potential. It's the voice that speaks in moments of clarity, in those quiet times when you're alone with your thoughts. It doesn't shout or demand attention, it whispers. And because it's so quiet, we often dismiss it in favor of louder, more external influences. But that voice, your intuition, has your best interest at heart. It knows what path you need to take, even when the road ahead isn't entirely clear. When you trust yourself, you tap into that inner wisdom. You give yourself permission to believe in your own judgment, to follow your instincts, even when they go against the grain of what others expect or advise. Trusting yourself isn't about having all the answers. It's about being confident in your ability to figure things out as you go. It's about knowing that you are capable of making decisions, navigating challenges, and finding solutions, even when the path forward is uncertain. The challenge is that we often doubt ourselves. We question whether we're making the right choices, whether we're strong enough, smart enough, or worthy enough to pursue what we truly want. But the truth is, no one knows you better than you know yourself. You've lived your life. You've experienced your own highs and lows. You've learned from your mistakes, celebrated your victories, and grown through every challenge you faced. All of that has equipped you with the knowledge and the insight to trust your own judgment. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of the world, what others think you should do, what society deems successful, what friends and family believe is the best path for you. But when you constantly look outside for validation, you lose touch with your own truth. You start to rely on the opinions of others rather than listening to the voice within. And while advice from others can be valuable, no one else can walk your path for you. At the end of the day, the decisions you make are yours to live with. That's why it's so important to trust yourself and your ability to make the right choices for your life. There's a freedom that comes with trusting yourself. When you no longer seek approval from others, you become more in tune with what you really want. You're not swayed by outside expectations or the fear of judgment. You move through life with a sense of confidence and clarity, knowing that you are the one in control of your destiny. And even when you make mistakes which are inevitable, you trust that you'll learn from them and come out stronger on the other side. Trusting yourself also means trusting the process. Life is full of twists and turns, and it's easy to feel uncertain when things don't go as planned. But when you trust yourself, you understand that setbacks are part of the journey. You don't give up when things get tough because you know that you have the resilience and the strength to keep moving forward. Trusting yourself is about having faith in your ability to adapt, to grow, and to find your way even when the path ahead is unclear. One of the most empowering things you can do is to make decisions based on your own inner guidance. That doesn't mean ignoring the advice of others or being reckless with your choices. It means weighing the information you receive, considering your options, and ultimately following what feels right for you. It's about recognizing that you are the expert on your own life. And when you listen to that inner voice, you're more likely to make choices that align with your true self, rather than living a life dictated by the expectations of others. Learning to trust yourself is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes practice, patience, and a willingness to be vulnerable. But the more you listen to your intuition, the stronger it becomes. Over time, you'll find that the decisions you make feel more authentic, more aligned with who you are and what you want. And as you begin to trust yourself more, you'll also begin to trust life more. You'll develop a sense of inner peace, knowing that no matter what challenges come your way, you have the wisdom and the strength to navigate them. So trust yourself. Trust that you already know what's right for you, even when it doesn't make sense to others. Trust that you have everything you need within you to create the life you want. And trust that, in the end, following your own path is the most fulfilling and empowering choice you can make. It's natural to want validation from others. We crave understanding and support from those around us, especially when we're embarking on a new journey or pursuing a personal goal. But the reality is, not everyone will understand your path. Not everyone will see the vision you have or support the choices you make. And that's okay. One of the hardest lessons to learn is that your journey is uniquely yours. It's shaped by your experiences, your values, your dreams, and your aspirations. The path you're walking was designed for you. And because of that, it's not always going to make sense to other people. They may not see the bigger picture. They may not understand the reasons behind your decisions or the steps you're taking. But that doesn't mean your journey is any less valid or important. Often, people try to understand your journey through the lens of their own experiences. They may judge or question your decisions because they don't align with what they would do or what they believe is the right way to go about things. They might offer advice or opinions that come from a place of love or concern, but ultimately they are viewing your path from the outside. And from the outside, things can look unclear, confusing, or even risky. But that's because they don't have the full picture. They don't have your perspective, your insight, or your intuition guiding them. This is why it's so important to trust yourself, even when others don't understand. Just because someone can't see your vision doesn't mean it isn't real. Just because they don't get why you're doing something doesn't mean you're making a mistake. It simply means that their understanding is limited by their own experiences. And that's okay. They don't have to understand for you to move forward. There will be times when the people closest to you, your family, your friends, your colleagues may not support the path you're on. They may express doubts, question your choices, or even try to talk you out of pursuing your dreams. It can be disheartening to feel misunderstood by the very people whose support you value the most, but it's important to remember that their lack of understanding doesn't reflect on you or the validity of your journey. It reflects their own fears, their own limitations, and their own experiences. Sometimes people project their insecurities onto you. They might not understand why you're taking a risk because they're afraid of taking risks themselves. They might question your goals because they've never allowed themselves to dream that big. They might discourage you from pursuing your passions because they've settled for a life that feels safe and comfortable. In those moments, it's important to remember that their fears are not your fears. Their limitations are not your limitations. Their path is not your path. It's okay if not everyone gets it. It's okay if some people don't believe in you or your vision. You don't need everyone's approval to move forward. What matters most is that you believe in yourself and in the journey you're on. Your dreams and goals don't require the validation of others to be worth pursuing. They only require your commitment, your passion, and your perseverance. There's a certain freedom that comes with accepting that not everyone will understand. When you let go of the need for external validation, you give yourself permission to fully embrace your path. You stop trying to explain yourself to people who aren't listening. You stop seeking approval from those who can't give it. Instead, you focus on what's important, your growth, your progress, and your vision. And while not everyone will understand, you will find that the right people, those who truly support you, will be there when it matters most. They may not always understand every decision you make, but they will respect your journey. They will support you, not because they have all the answers, but because they believe in you. These are the people who will stand by your side even when the road gets tough. They are the ones who will celebrate your successes and offer encouragement when you stumble. They may not always see the vision clearly, but they trust you to follow your path. It's also important to remember that sometimes understanding comes later. People who don't understand your journey now may come to appreciate it once they see the results of your hard work and dedication. They may not grasp the significance of your choices today, but as they watch you grow, evolve, and succeed, they might begin to see the wisdom in your decisions. But even if they never do, that's okay too. Your journey is yours, and the understanding of others is not a requirement for your success or happiness. So as you move forward on your path, release the need for everyone to understand or support you. Trust that those who truly matter will be there when it counts, and for those who don't get it, that's perfectly fine. Their understanding is not what makes your journey meaningful. What makes it meaningful is your commitment to following your own truth, your own heart, and your own truth, your own dreams. Nurturing your vision is like tending to a delicate plant. When you first have an idea, it's fragile, still forming, and not yet ready to face the outside world. It needs time, care, and attention to fully develop. Just as a seed planted in the ground needs protection from harsh weather and time to establish roots, your vision needs a safe space to grow before you share it with others. When you come up with an idea, whether it's for a business, a personal project, or a life goal, there's an excitement that comes with it. You feel inspired and the possibilities seem endless. But in the early stages, that idea is still vulnerable. It's a spark that hasn't yet turned into a flame, and exposing it too early to the opinions and judgments of others can easily extinguish it before it has a chance to grow. The process of nurturing your vision requires patience. It's easy to want to share your ideas with those around you, to seek their validation or feedback. But when an idea is still new, it's often not fully formed, and sharing it too soon can leave it open to criticism or misunderstanding. Others may not see the potential that you see because they haven't had the time to think about it as deeply as you have. They may offer feedback based on their own limited perspectives, which could lead to doubt or second guessing on your part. By giving your vision space to grow privately, you allow yourself the freedom to explore it fully. You can refine your ideas, experiment with different possibilities, and let your creativity flow without the pressure of external opinions. This space is crucial for the development of your vision because it gives you time to think, adjust, and adapt without the weight of outside expectations. In this private space, you also have the opportunity to build confidence in your vision. As you work on it quietly, you begin to see the pieces come together. You start to recognize the potential of what you're creating, and your belief in your idea strengthens. This confidence is essential because when the time comes to share your vision with others, you'll need to stand strong in your conviction, even if others don't immediately understand or support it. Nurturing your vision in private also allows you to protect it from unnecessary distractions. When you share an idea too early, you open yourself up to competing opinions, doubts, and even jealousy. These distractions can pull you away from your focus, making it harder to stay on track. But when you keep your vision to yourself, you maintain control over the direction it's going in. You can stay focused on what truly matters, developing your idea into something real and tangible. There's also a certain magic in working on something quietly. It's in this space that true innovation happens. You have the freedom to think outside the box, to take risks, and to push the boundaries of what's possible. Without the scrutiny of others, you're able to make bold moves, knowing that any missteps are simply part of the learning process. This is where your vision grows the most, when it's given the room to evolve without the fear of failure or judgment. As your vision grows in private, you'll also gain clarity. In the beginning, an idea can be a bit messy, with many different directions it could take. But as you spend time nurturing it, the path forward becomes clearer. You start to see what works, what doesn't, and where the real potential lies. This clarity is key, because when you do eventually reveal your vision to others, you'll be able to present it in a way that's well thought out and fully realized. It's important to understand that not every idea needs to be shared right away. There's value in holding on to your vision for a while, allowing it to grow and mature before bringing it out into the open. When you do share it, you'll be in a stronger position to articulate it, defend it, and bring it to life. You'll have given it the time and attention it needed to become something substantial. Nurturing your vision is a process of trust in yourself and in the journey of creation. It's about having the patience to let your ideas develop in their own time and the wisdom to know when they're ready to be shared. By giving your vision space to grow privately, you honor the creative process, allowing your ideas to blossom into something powerful and lasting. Before you share your ideas, dreams, or goals with others, it's crucial to pause and reflect on your intentions. Why are you choosing to open up about this particular aspect of your life? Are you seeking validation and approval, or is there a deeper purpose for sharing that aligns with your personal growth and development? This self-questioning process is about understanding the underlying motivations behind your desire to communicate your vision. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. We live in a society that values opinions and feedback, often leading us to measure our worth or success based on how others perceive our ideas. When you share something, ask yourself if you're doing so to gain approval, to elicit praise, or to reassure yourself of your worth. If validation is your primary goal, you may find that the feedback you receive doesn't necessarily contribute to your growth. Instead, it might reinforce a dependency on others' opinions, which can undermine your confidence and distract you from your own path. On the other hand, sharing with the intention of personal growth is different. This kind of sharing is about opening up to receive constructive feedback, to gain insights that could help you refine and improve your vision. It's a conscious decision to seek perspectives that can aid your development rather than seeking approval. This kind of sharing acknowledges that feedback can be a tool for growth, offering new viewpoints and ideas that can enhance your journey. It's about engaging in a dialogue that enriches your understanding and helps you move forward with greater clarity and purpose. When questioning your intentions, consider whether sharing is a necessary step for the development of your idea. Sometimes keeping your vision close and working on it privately can be more beneficial. This approach allows you to explore your ideas fully, make mistakes, and refine your approach without external pressures. If sharing at this stage isn't essential for your growth or the progress of your idea, it might be worth holding off until you're more confident and clear about what you're presenting. Additionally, reflect on whether the act of sharing aligns with your values and goals. If your aim is to inspire or motivate others, sharing can be a powerful way to connect and make an impact. But if you're sharing merely to seek validation or to feel better about yourself, it might not provide the satisfaction or growth you're looking for. Understanding your true motivation helps ensure that your interactions are purposeful and aligned with your deeper objectives. Asking yourself these questions also helps in preparing for the feedback you might receive. If your intention is growth, you're more likely to approach feedback constructively. You'll be open to criticism and ready to make adjustments based on insightful input. If your intention is validation, however, you might react defensively or feel discouraged if the feedback isn't what you hoped for. Recognizing your intentions helps you manage expectations and respond more effectively to the reactions of others. In essence, questioning your intentions before sharing allows you to navigate the process with greater self-awareness. It helps you understand what you hope to gain from the interaction and ensures that you're not relying on others' opinions to define your self-worth or the value of your ideas. By being clear about your purpose, you can approach sharing as a meaningful and constructive step in your journey rather than as a means of seeking external validation. Ultimately, this self-awareness enhances your ability to grow and develop authentically. It encourages you to stay true to your vision, to seek feedback that genuinely contributes to your progress, and to cultivate confidence in your own judgment and direction. When you share with intention and purpose, you build a stronger foundation for your ideas and set yourself on a path of meaningful growth and achievement. In a world driven by constant communication and the desire for instant recognition, it's tempting to announce your achievements and progress before they're fully realized. Social media, professional networks, and even personal relationships can create a pressure to broadcast your successes. However, there's a powerful truth in letting your actions speak louder than your words. By allowing your achievements to unfold naturally and be recognized through your work, you create a more impactful and authentic narrative. When you let your actions speak for themselves, you're focusing on the quality and substance of your achievements rather than just the hype surrounding them. Achievements are best demonstrated through tangible results and meaningful progress. When you invest your energy into producing high-quality work, reaching milestones, and making genuine strides towards your goals, your success becomes evident without the need for constant self-promotion. The work you do, the projects you complete, and the goals you achieve will speak volumes about your capabilities and dedication. Announcing your achievements prematurely can sometimes lead to unrealistic expectations and added pressure. When you share your goals or projects before they're complete, you invite opinions and judgments that can influence how you approach your work. This can create a sense of obligation to meet those expectations, potentially compromising the quality of your output. By allowing your achievements to materialize and speak for themselves, you maintain control over your work and avoid the stress of external pressures. Moreover, actions speak louder because they demonstrate commitment and perseverance. When people see your progress through the results you achieve, they witness the effort and dedication that went into your work. This not only builds credibility, but also fosters respect and admiration. Your achievements earned through hard work and determination become a testament to your capabilities, and this form of recognition is often more meaningful and lasting than any announcement you could make. Allowing your achievements to speak for themselves also helps maintain a sense of humility. When you let your work do the talking, you avoid the potential pitfalls of boasting or seeking validation. This approach fosters a more genuine and respectful interaction with others. People recognize your success through the impact you make rather than through self-promotion, which can lead to a more authentic and positive reception of your accomplishments. In addition, focusing on your actions rather than announcements allows you to stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. Instead of spending time and energy on how to present your achievements, you channel your efforts into producing results. This focus helps you continue growing, learning, and improving without getting distracted by the need for external validation. By letting your achievements unfold naturally, you also create opportunities for others to recognize and appreciate your progress on their own. When people observe your success through your actions, it allows for organic recognition and acknowledgement. This can lead to more meaningful interactions and connections as others see your success as a reflection of your genuine abilities and hard work. Furthermore, actions that speak louder provide a more sustainable form of validation. When you demonstrate success through results rather than words, you build a track record that speaks for itself. This track record can be a powerful testament to your skills and achievements, reinforcing your reputation over time. It's a more enduring form of recognition because it's based on concrete evidence of your abilities. Choosing to let your actions speak for themselves also allows you to set an example for others. By focusing on delivering results and letting your work be the proof of your achievements, you inspire others to adopt a similar approach. This can foster a culture of authenticity and respect, where the value of work is recognized through its impact rather than through the noise of self-promotion. Ultimately, actions truly do speak louder than words. By allowing your achievements and progress to be evident through the quality of your work, you create a more powerful and authentic narrative. It's a testament to your dedication, skill, and perseverance. This approach not only enhances your credibility, but also fosters a deeper, more genuine form of recognition and respect from others. Letting your actions shine allows your achievements to stand as a testament to your abilities, speaking volumes without the need for premature announcements. Timing is a crucial element in the journey of success. It's a